Welcome to the Open Page. This is a space for thoughtful pauses in a noisy world, where books, ideas, and everyday social life meet. Here we don't just read literature, we live it. We talk about stories that shape us, questions that challenge us, and words that quietly influence how we see ourselves and others. Sometimes this will be a short reflection, sometimes a conversation with a guest, but always an open page waiting to be read, questioned, and understood. I'm your host Sonia, and this is The Open Page. We live in a time of fast opinions and short attention spans. We scroll, we react, we move on, often without thinking deeply. And somewhere in this speed, we are slowly losing the habit of reflection. A book does not shout, it waits. And literature has always asked us to slow down. As a literature person, I have seen how stories quietly change people, not instantly, but honestly. Readers recognize themselves in a line written decades ago, and they understand empathy through a character. The open page exists because stories still matter. Every society tells stories about itself. Through poetry, fiction, and essays, we reveal what we fear, what we hide, and what we hope for. And literature balances beauty with truth. It speaks softly, yet it asks difficult questions about justice, identity, faith, love, and loss. Faiz Ahmad Faiz once reminded us, "Speak, for your lips are free." And that line is not just poetry, it's a responsibility. And literature teaches us that silence can be comfort, but it can also be surrender. And knowing when to speak is part of being socially aware. Banu Qudsiya once suggested that understanding a human being is the hardest form of knowledge. Think about that. We learn science, history, technology, yet we struggle to understand each other. Literature steps into that gap. Ashfaq Ahmed's work often reminds us that wisdom is not about intelligence alone, but about humility and listening. His characters grow not by winning arguments, but by understanding themselves. And Parveen Shakir gave language to emotions society often expects us to hide: vulnerability, longing, quiet strength. These writers didn't just write stories, they observed life carefully. And when they held that life up to us for us to see. And that's where we understand what literature is and why reading is important. On the open page, we will talk about books, the books that talk about social life, relationships, values, and change. Some episodes will be short reflections like this one. Some episodes will focus on books. Some will examine ideas and social debates. And some will simply reflect on everyday life. Sometimes I'll be speaking to you, and sometimes I'll be joined by guests, writers, thinkers, educators, and ordinary people with extraordinary perspectives. The open page invites you all to have conversations and reflect. The goal is not to tell you what to think, but to invite you to think. Therefore, stories are not escapes from reality. They are explanations of it. This was the first page of the open page. There are many more stories ahead, and I hope you'll keep reading with me. The page remains open.